Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Selenium interview questions, that is, explain Git status command. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. In Git, there are several commands and status command is one of them. But how to use this Git status command, or what is the purpose of using this Git status command? Let me explain that now. Using the Git status command, we can find out the current status of the local repository. Okay, so we can use Git status command at different levels. For example, just now you copied all the code from a remote GitHub cloud repository into your local machine. A local repository is created which is mimicking the remote GitHub cloud repository. There are no changes in between these two repositories. In that state, if you type git status, it will say that up to date kind of stuff. Okay. Now, second level, what you do is you do some changes to the local repository, and these changes are not already uploaded to the remote GitHub cloud repo. Okay. So in that case, if you type git status, it will say there are some changes done, and these changes need to be added to the staging area. That's what it will tell in the next level. Okay. And let's say you have added these changes to the staging area. Now, if you type the git status command, it will tell you, okay, you have to commit. You have to commit these changes. Okay. Now, after committing, if you type git status, it will tell you to upload. Okay. So based on the situation where you are running this command, it will tell you the current status of the local repository, okay, in which it is. Let me now practically demonstrate this command for you so that you will get more clarity on what I have explained just now. So for that to happen, I'll take you to one of the location in my machine where I'm going to create some local repositories. I can create multiple repositories I want. So instead of creating a repository from scratch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to my GitHub application, GitHub account. So when you type GitHub, it will ask you to sign in. Okay, sign in with your account details. If you don't have an account, create an account and sign up and then sign in. Okay, create an account and sign in. And after signing in, click on this profile icon and say your repositories. So then you will be taken here. Fine, just figure out one repository. For example, I'll take this. I'll go with this repository, which is there in this remote cloud repo. Already some code is already written, some files exist and all. I want to get a copy of this remote GitHub cloud repo into my local machine. Okay, to create a local repository. I'll click on this code button in this repository and select copy this option. Okay, which is this link is ending with .git. Make sure copy that. Now in this folder, anywhere in your folder, anywhere in your machine, you just right click and select show more and select this open git bash here. If this option is not coming, means in your machine git software is not installed yet. Okay, git software is not installed yet. So to download and install git software in your machine, to get this option and all, you have to open the browser, search for git space download. Okay, so I'm not showing, I'm just theoretically telling you. When you Google search for git space download, you'll get different links. Go with appropriate link or initial links, and then go inside and simply download the git software from there. An exe file will be downloaded. You have to double click and install that. Once you install git software in your machine, if you go to any location or folder in your machine and right click, okay, then in this right click options, you will get open git bash here option. Okay, select that open git bash here. Select this open git bash here and simply type git clone. Okay, first I would like to get the repository here, local repository. Already I copied this URL, right? Remote GitHub cloud repo URL. I copied from here after clicking code and HTTPS. I just copied this. Okay, so I'm just pasting that repo URL here and press enter. It's cloning now. Earlier there was no local repository. Now it's getting created. Okay, it's a copy of whatever the GitHub remote cloud repo we have in our machines. Okay, go inside that local repo that has been copied from the GitHub cloud repo. Now close this and right click here in the local repo that is just now containing all the files that are copied from the remote GitHub cloud repo. And again, select the same option, open git bash here option. Freshly, earlier git bash, I closed it and I opened it freshly inside the newly created local repo. Now, if I type git status at this point of time, this local repo things are matching with whatever that are available in the GitHub remote cloud repo, the same tutorials in the hybrid framework repo, which is, for example, I have taken. okay, which contains the same things. In this case, if I type git status here, you see on branch master, your branch is up to date with origin master, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Okay, it's saying that nothing to commit, it's saying working tree clean. It's up to date. It's up to date means both local repo and remote GitHub cloud repo both have the same things. But intentionally, I'll go into one of the file under src test Java. I'll be able to find the files that I can edit. Okay, I'll just go inside this and all. These are packages. The one of them, otherwise into this test cases, I'll go. I'll go to login_test.java and intentionally I'll do some modifications here. In the first line, I'm adding a comment. Comment added to do some demo changes to this file. Okay, intentionally I'm adding a comment to make some changes to this particular file. Earlier, the first line used to be this one. Now I added a comment here. The first line, close it. Once the closing part is done, go back here and in the git bash, now type. Now the local repo has some changes which are not there in the remote GitHub cloud repo. Now type git status here. Press enter. You see, this time we didn't get up to date. Rather, okay, earlier we didn't get this kind of red color things and all. Okay, only up to date and all those things came. Nothing to commit and all this came, right? But this time, this section is new. This part, when you type git status here, this new section is coming. Changes not staged for commit. You have to add the changes to staging area with the help of git add command. It is saying, okay, git status is saying that. So what I will do, git add, I can directly give this file name, enter file name, or I can give dot here and press enter. That's it. Now again say git status after adding this changes done to the local repo to the staging area using git add dot. If you say git status, this time it's saying that these changes have been added to the git staging area. Now you are ready to do a commit. Okay, you can commit now. It's saying that the git status command. Now let's commit git commit -m added comment added added demo comment, okay, to login test. Like that, some message I'm giving Java file. That's the change I have done, and I'm committing. After committing, if I say git status and press enter, it's saying your branch is head. Earlier it was saying your branch is up to date with origin master. Now it is saying after committing the change, okay, if I run same git status command, it's saying your branch is ahead of origin master. Okay, your local machine has some changes which are ahead of whatever the code that is there in the remote GitHub cloud repo. By one commit it is, okay. Now you can upload this code into the remote GitHub cloud repo, okay, by using this git push command. It is saying. Now type git push and press enter. Let's see what will happen. I think we should type more actually, but let's see. Is it done? Now say git status, press enter. You see, now again up to date because uploaded. The changes now are, okay, changes are now uploaded. Whatever the changes that are there in the local repo have been uploaded to the remote GitHub cloud repo. Hence, after pushing the code, git status, when you say, it's saying that up to date. That means go here to the remote GitHub cloud repo and refresh once. And here 5 commits came. Just click on that 5 commits and observe that added demo comment to login test data. Whatever the commit message I gave here is coming here. Okay, that means changes have been done to the remote GitHub cloud repo. That is, this extra comment has been added to the login test.java file in this particular repository files. Okay, so after pushing it, when I say git status, it's saying now again up to date. Again, the same cycle will repeat. So many places have used git status, right? Git status. After adding to the staging area, git status I did. Then after committing, I did git status. After pushing the code, I have run the git status. So ultimately, what is the purpose of using this git status command? It will tell you the current status of the local repository. Okay, it will tell you the current status of the local repository when compared with the remote GitHub cloud repository. Okay, so this is what. For what purpose we have to use git status. It's a very good command that we generally use in day-to-day whenever we work with git commands and all, because we need to know, okay, any changes are there in the local repo and all those stuff. Okay, what is the current status of the repository? We have to find out with the help of git status command. which we can run during the several levels or several status of the things that are going on with the local repository with git commands and all. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.